just doing a little Virus 101. Wanted to break it down, and we're so glad the Ontario Science Centre is helping us out, in particular senior researcher David Sugarman. We wanted to sort of maybe dispel some of the myths. Firstly, we want to show you one of the most common ways to transfer a virus, and so we're going to mimic sort of a sneeze or a cough. So you take it away, David.
Okay, so we're using a spray bottle of water, and just to show you, a very vigorous sneeze can spread virus
so you can see
up to 3 feet.
So look at this. So you're saying if you had one of those real strong sneezes, I mean, although you may not feel it in terms of another person, it could go on your hand or your arm in an elevator, and that is now where you're carrying it.
In your nose or in your mouth or in your eye.
Sure. And you wouldn't really necessarily know. So this is one example, and we're going to continue to break down these. We're also going to give you a little model of what the coronavirus looks like all this hour. Let's take a look at our current conditions. We'll start off with our satellite radar picture. We do have mainly cloudy skies. There were a few breaks. This is certainly showing you also some snowfall that's going to move in. It'll be flurry activity, more so on the drive home. Current temperatures across the board, showing what it looks like, and more importantly, what it feels like. -1, and we have a wind chill of around -4, -5. It's -2 in Sound, -5 in Kingston, -1 in Windsor. We'll have much more Virus 101 with our friends here at the Ontario Science Centre. It's all coming up on CTV News at noon. Can I wash my hand now? You got some on me. Well, this is a little mock model of the coronavirus built by senior researcher David Sugarman. And there's a reason why these have little bumps. So explain that to us.
Yeah, I chose these to show what the outside of the virus looks like under an electron microscope, magnified tens of thousands of times.
Right.
And the bumps on the outside of the virus actually look like the little bumps on a crown. That's why it's called the coronavirus, because corona means crown in Latin.
So we have the virus, and you were talking about how it gets into your nose, because the virus wants that moist environment.
It does. It could be in your nose, could be in your mouth and throat. It needs the moisture, and it's just, these molecules are made to attach to those membranes. So it could either attach to the outside, we'll pretend this plastic wrap is the outside of the cell, in your nose or throat, and it'll attach to it and then open up and release its genetic material. That allows it to multiply in your cell. Or the cell will engulf it, and then once it's inside, it'll open up, release the genetic material, and turn the infected cell into a virus factory.
And it's just multiplying and multiplying. And that is not good news. We're going to have much more coming up with your full forecast. We're calling it Virus 101 with our friends here at the Ontario Science Centre. It's coming up next here on CTV News at noon. Stay with us. Wow.
Lovely conditions for some outdoor activity this weekend. Nathan and I were already talking about what do we do this weekend?
Lots to do, and the Science Centre an option, and the timing for you being there and more perfect.
It really is. Really fascinating stuff. David always has some great illustrations on how to tell a story. You know, viruses are the most abundant entity on the planet, and very often much smaller than cells. We were talking about how the virus is injecting, and replicating, and you wanted to show another example of how that works using these balloons. So take it away.
Okay, so let's pretend this balloon is a cell in your nose or throat.
Okay.
And these little rice bits are sticking. Sort of sticking to the outside. So they've landed they've injected their material, and now they're using your cell as a virus factory, and after a while, the cell has been doing nothing but replicating viruses, and after a while, the cell bursts, and there's viruses in your nose, in your throat, going down into your lungs.
When I'm coughing, when I'm sneezing, I'm putting it everywhere.
Yeah, there's one on your shirt.
See that?
Exactly. So those viruses, and you may inhale 10,000 viruses, you're spewing out millions.
Millions of them.
Millions.
And you were saying that the virus actually likes a cool, moist environment, and that's why the body tends to heat up with, say, a fever, trying to fight that, making it not a hospitable environment, right?
Yeah, coronaviruses are one cause of the common cold. Mostly there are things called rhinoviruses, rhino for nose.
Right.
But yes, they like 33, 34 Celsius inside the body. It's 37, 38, and if you get a fever, it goes up to 39, 40, which the body's desperately trying to do and kill the virus.
Kill it. Yes. Now, say I sneezed into my hand, and I put some special glow germ on. If you want to use the black light, we'll show everybody at home, give you an idea. So Okay, so the difference, there's nothing on this side of the hand, but you can see the white there? Oh, you see that? See the traces of the white? Now, I'm going to grab my drinking bottle, and I'm drinking at work. I'm like, oh, I'm a trooper. It's okay. I'm fine. Now, if you want to show look at this. So now this is what's transferred. So if you were to grab my bottle and just move it off my desk, it could go onto you.
I grab your bottle, and then I feel an itch in my nose, and I do this, or my eye, oh,
right.
Or I go, I wonder about this. It's in my mouth or nose or eye.
Right.
I've got it. You've now given it to me.
There has been studies on that, and they say on average a person touches their face about 26 times an hour, 23 to 26. So you don't think about it, but it's there, and you know, it's just simple touching of objects. So the key is, of course, to
wash your hands and keep your hands away from your face.
So we're going to show you that in just a second. The weather is brought to you by the President Law Firm Injury Lawyers. You don't pay unless they win. From there, we get into the national perspective. So we actually have a number of systems that are going to move through the area. David, you were saying the key here is to wash, and not just a quick thing. You're saying minimum how many seconds?
20 seconds.
20 seconds.
20 seconds.
Some people say you sing happy birthday, but I've washed my hand here, and let's see if there's anything left. And that was just a really quick one. Look, it's still there.
Yeah.
You see that?
And then you didn't do 20 seconds.
No, it was about 6 seconds. So that's the key. All right, we're going to have more Virus 101 with our friends here at the Science Center. We'll have more coming up in minutes. Back to you guys at the desk.
All right.
20
Thank you, Anwar. Well, so a practice is often condemned as dangerous and discredited. This weekend, W5 goes undercover to expose the dark world of conversion therapy.
The main objective for a virus is to reproduce, to make more viruses. And quite often when that transition happens, there's a mutation. David, so you have a little illustration here.
It's true. And some viruses mutate more than others. So here's the coronavirus model that we showed you before.
Right.
And then here, I'm pretending these two are also a different type of coronavirus. And notice they have different kinds of
Crowns.
supposed to be molecules on their surface. So they'll have different characteristics. And if I open them up, you'll see that I'm using little bits of Lego to show that the genetic material is somewhat different. Notice?
So close, but they've mutated. They're different now.
Exactly, and that could change how infective they are, how deep they can go into your lungs.
And that's still what scientists are still trying to learn with this particular outbreak. So we'll continue to monitor this. We're going to have a forecast recap coming up live on location here at the Ontario Science Centre. Stay with us. Isn't that something so that famous people players?
Updating the latest on the coronavirus, the first confirmed patient in Canada has been released from Sunnybrook Hospital.
We arranged the appropriate testing, which happened in a timely fashion, and they were admitted under our care using the appropriate precautions. The patient actually has continued to improve all week, and we reached a point where they were no longer requiring any inpatient care, and so they were discharged uneventfully this morning.
The man in his 50s traveled to Toronto from China last week. Meanwhile, in BC, officials gave an update a short time ago. Among 114 samples, there have been no further positive tests there. One case was confirmed earlier this week.
Meanwhile, Anwar has been giving us insights into the science of transmission. It's been an eye-opening hour, Anwar.
Not bad. And his model was pretty cool. Eh? It almost looked like that graphic. Just before we wrap up, a lot of people use hand sanitizer. And David, you were saying not good.
No, but alcohol really, there's no evidence that it kills viruses. In fact, a lot of viruses, it doesn't kill.
Right.
So the danger is that it's going to give you a false sense of security.
Right.
The same with wearing a mask.
Right.
A lot of people are running after masks. In Hong Kong, they've run out of them. That gives you a false sense of security. It will not save you.
The takeaway, wash your hands, and if you're sick, you stay at home at the end of the day, because how it gets passed around is from people passing it to another person. So if you think you're sick, stay home. 7-day forecast very quickly. It will be an active weekend. No major amounts. We'll certainly see some periods of light snow, maybe wet snow on Sunday, and then warming up on Monday. Guys, we'll send it back to you. Have yourself a wonderful weekend, Michelle and Nathan.
Same to you,
Thanks, Anwar.
And that is CTV
Thanks, Anwar.
And that is CTV News at noon. Remember, you can get Toronto's breaking news all day long on CP24 and at our website, ctvnewstoronto.ca.
For Anwar and all of us here, have a great afternoon. I'm Nathan Dowd.
And I'm Michelle Dubé. Be sure to join us this evening for CTV News at 6. See you then.
this would replicate over and over when it's in your nose?
Yeah, inside the
Non-stop?
cells. Yeah, absolutely.
And then it just goes.
Yep.